she opened her restaurant. That's why I went there and then late. So with the remaining time, Mr. Roy, are you going to record?
Yes, Sayadaw, I'm recording, Sayadaw.
Okay. So I thought that I will not record. So by saying Namo Dasa 3 times, so let's start. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhasa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhasa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhasa. So with the remaining time, with the time we have, we are going to study. So last week I already explained something about what? The strategic plan or the what? Strategic plan or the kusala as well as agusala. I think you see my screen sharing.
Not yet, Sayadaw.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, where is it? Maybe. Share screen. Oh, here. Is it okay?
Yes.
Ah, okay. So last week with this chart, with this design, we're trying to see how Kusala army and Agusala armies are preparing to occupy the land of the Chitta within ourselves. So every moment, so there is the competition between Kusala and Agusala, so throughout our life. So that shows that it is difficult for us to have been to give a chance for the Kusala Jeta to arise in our mind. So because Agusala, as you see in the following diagram, the Loba, okay. I think you, in the previous, last week I sent you the letter or message in the document. Also encourage you to read about the Kusala, 8 Kusala Jeta. And also I would like to encourage again you to read about the Agusala, okay, Agusala chapter also, together with the translation. So there you can see this Dhamma, okay, Loba group, Loba Mula Jeta, one after another. The Buddha mentioned there, how do they arise? After that, Dosa Mula Jeta, 2 Dosa Mula Jeta, how do they arise? And also the categories are there, the same, this category. But the mental entities will be different from one Jeta to another. So here also in the Moha group. So in the Loba group, there are also 2 subgroups, okay? The Deity group and Mana group, okay? Wrong view group and conceit group. So also they are also fighting one another, each other. because they don't agree to one another. Whenever there is a deity, wrong view, there will be no mana, conceit. So in the Dhammasaṅgaṇā or Dhammasaṅgaṇī, it's a god Digajo. They say that deity and manas are like a lion, two lions. So they cannot live together in a cave. So that's why. So whenever deity is there, wrong view is there, mana will not be there. So that's why, and so it means what? So, akusala. So they divide. Okay, they divide among themselves also. So they are applying the policy of divide and rule. Okay, so now the many or some of the dictators, they try to use such a method when they want to control over some place or some region. They try to divide the people over there. Then, so when the people are divided, then they are no longer strong enough. So it made them easier to control over the country or area or region or the place. That's why the mostly bad person, wrong person, evil person, they try to use this method, divide and rule. So also here Agusala, you can see in the Agusala group, even in the Lobha group. So Agusala also, there are three groups: Lobha group, Dosa group, Moha group. They are also competing one another to take place, to take a dominant role in the sphere of mentality. So sometimes Lobha win, sometimes Dosa win, but most of the time Moha is there. So among the Lobha group also, deity and mana, they are competing one another. So deity group and mana group. So they have a different mental entities. So, and also Dosa group is there. So, and then in the Moha group also there are what? Odaja and Vijikaja and Odaja, okay? They have a different mental entities. They are also trying to occupy the land of the mind. So in this way, so our mind is in danger, okay? So you think your mind is a place, our mind is a place. So it is surrounded by the many dangers of agusala, lobha, dosa, moha. So naturally our mind is a delight in the evil. So I repeatedly remind you the same word, papasme remedy mano. Our mind finds its delight in the evil, in doing evil things. So that's why the nature of our mind is what? Our mind is on the verge of a danger. So because it's surrounded by the many lobha conditions, dosa conditions, and moha conditions, and also, so once we have a wrong or improper intention, then they will let in, and also once they appear, once they take control of the mind, they will not let our mind free easily, okay? They were trying to hold it as firm as possible, as long as possible. They will extend from one process to another, one mental process to another. So in this way, it will be more difficult for the kusala citta to have a chance to reoccupy the mind, the land of the mind here. So that's why, so by studying this, the past paragraph of the Dhammasaṅgaṇī, and also how mental entities strategically appear there together with the consciousness, kusala consciousness or agusala or consciousness, then we come to realize that. So the importance of what? Mindfulness. and then wisdom. Okay, that's why the Buddha all the time remind what? Abhamadena Sampadeta. Okay, so the Buddha encouraged his disciples to be mindful, to be vigilant all the time. Otherwise, the Loba Dosa Moha, the evil group were occupying the land of our mind, and then it will take hold of it. It will not let our mind free. So Kusala do have to give a chance Kusala Jeda to write, it will be extremely difficult for us. So that's why, so that is the benefit. That knowledge or that understanding is a benefit you gain from studying Abhidhamma. Okay, so and also through the deep understanding of the mental entities. Okay, so mental entities as appear in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī. So some of you may think, oh, these are just collection of the Dhamma that arise together. But if you look at from this perspective of the what? From this perspective of a strategic planning, then you may come to realize more deeply about the strategy plan of the Buddha, and also what did the Buddha, the omniscient wisdom of the Buddha, Sabinyuta Jnana of the Buddha. So he can penetratively see how there is how the war is happening within ourselves, within our mind. So as an ordinary person like us, it will be extremely difficult to understand such a nature. But only because of the Sabinyuta Jnana, or because of the Buddha, he shows this strategic plan over there, then we are lucky to be able to understand how the Dhammas are happening within ourselves. The whole days, the whole nights, and the whole life. Okay. So these are about the how Dhammas have been. And then last week I told you what before we go there. Last week I told you that I will explain you about the Chitta, right? Have you read about the Chitta, the power of the Chitta?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to listen from you first. Okay. So here I saw Sayale, please can you tell me what you have a study about the Chitta, power of the Chitta? Sayale is who is, I don't know. The first one. Are you there? Can you say something about the Chitta? Maybe not there, but here. So another one here is Ryan, Mr. Ryan. Very good. Please tell me something about the Chitta, consciousness, or the power of the Chitta.
Morning, Sayadaw.
Good morning.
So in fact, so I did a little bit of reading on the table that Sayadaw sharing screen right now. So what I was doing was to see the differences between those numbers. So which one is excluded from which chittas in there. So that's what I've been doing. So I'm just following the references Sayadaw gave in this, in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī and the Attasalini, just to figure it out. So that's I've been doing, Sayadaw. So mostly I've been.
I see. I understand that last week you are absent.
Yes, Sayadaw.
Maybe last Monday, no? Last Monday you are absent. So on the, I didn't say about the in the document, I didn't say to study about the Jeta, but when in the lecture, I do the student to read paragraph page number, expose the page number 90 to 93, something like that. So that is about the Jeta. Okay, so no problem. Thank you. I think Yanika is there, right? So I was
Yes,
shifted to
Sayadaw.
Yanika. Okay, can you
Yes.
tell me something about the what Jeta or power of Jeta, whatever you understood from reading?
Yes, according to page number 90, it mentioned the consciousness does not arise singly, and the consciousness is chief, consciousness is principle, and consciousness is foreigner. Foreigner.
Yeah.
And it's also say that the about the mind, it can associate with both sides, but one side at a time, kusala side or akusala side. It doesn't know who is their friend. If kusala might come first, it will pick first. If akusala might come first, it will pick first. And it, yes, that's how I understand.
Okay, thank you. So
Yes.
another, I will ask, who is that? Charana Bali. Are you there? Charana Bali.
Yes, Sayadaw.
Whatever. Okay, can you tell me about the power of the mind? How powerful the mind is?
According to the reading, Sayadaw, or
Yeah. According to reading first, or you can add extra knowledge
yes,
after that.
I think the most powerful the element of the mind is wisdom. And if the of course, wisdom only associates with kusala mind when there is sati and all other good ingredients. But because wisdom is an occasional cetasika, so not all the time it is associated, not all the kusala mind is associated with wisdom, but when it is associated with wisdom, I think it is most powerful.
Okay. And then anything you want to add?
I think for the moment, just this, Sayadaw.
Okay. Thank you so much. And
Thank you,
then
Sayadaw.
Nguyen, I will move to Nguyen. Nguyen. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Can you tell me about the mind from the reading 90 to 93 or whatever point?
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Sayadaw, because last time I was absent. I have some duties to do, so I could not. I could not.
Okay, try. Thank you. And then CM.
Sayadaw, can I add something? This is
Yes.
Bhikkhu Rahul. Yeah.
Very good,
Sayadaw,
Rahula. Okay, very good to see you. Very good to
something
hear.
that is, thank you, sir. Something that is very striking to know that how easy is for our minds to choose between good and bad, or how easy it is to go for akusala or kusala. And talking about the power of the mind, something that is kind of amazing for my side, like how when it goes, for example, to kusala, how all the mental ingredients, once they start supporting one another, they just start, as you said, like making a team and an army that starts going, unfortunately, on any direction that if we are careful, hopefully it goes to Kusala, or if we are not careful, Akusala will just grow, and because of repetition of the types of consciousness, they will continue growing in the line if we are not careful. But one of the things that catch the attention all the time is one of the benefits of Kusala to have so many universal, beautiful ingredients, and how one another starts supporting each other once the mind is in Kusala, becoming a power or concentrating for goodness. And like this, I feel like very delicate process to be taken care, because very, very powerful in itself by nature.
Yeah. So the point you want to ask is what?
No, it's not a question, Sayadaw. I was just adding something to your question.
Okay. So very delicate process is there.
Yeah.
Delicate process of arising of mentalities. Yeah. Because most of the universe or Anyasamana Chitasikas are on both sides. Okay.
Yes.
So we have to make use of it. So how clever you are, okay? How clever our strategy plan, and also how powerful our the mental energy is up to that. So you see, Samatha Vipassana, you see in the good side, Samatha Vipassana is very too powerful, very powerful weapons, okay? We have a weaponry. So, but in the Akusala side, you can see only Samatha, concentration is there. So, but it will not be followed by the wisdom, because it was led, that side is led by the darkness, moha, awaja. So so as long as the moha is dominant, there will have no chance for the panya or light or wisdom to arise. Okay, so that's why Vipassana is not available there. So we are still lucky because of the existence of the Vipassana, okay, in the side of Kusala. So and also we are more lucky because of the appearance of the Buddha and his teaching. Vipassana practice is still available, okay? Still available for the people. So we are very much thankful to the Buddha as well as the Dhamma and the Sangha who carry on this lineage of a Vipassana tradition. So with the help of the Vipassana, so our wisdom will be brighter than ever before. And then we can make it stronger and stronger to defeat, right? To defeat evil states of the mind. So that's a very good, yeah, surely very subtle process, okay? Mental process. For the ordinary person cannot be able to see that delicate nature of the mental process, okay? Only because of the being a Buddha, possessing omniscient wisdom through his practicing knowledge and conduct. So the Buddha penetratively see this delicate process, and also he showed the people, okay, his disciples. So this delicate process happening within our mind, okay. So, but this is on the other side. This is too delicate. That's why ordinary people cannot catch up. So therefore nowadays, or maybe in many other days or years before, some people, even even in the Theravada, even the monks who belong to the monks and scholars who belong to Theravada tradition, they try to say, it is not the real teachings of the Buddha, Abhidhamma is something like that. So they try to quote that, they try to look at this point from the linguistic perspective, okay, and also from the historical perspective, like that. So sometimes they say what? So in the Theravada tradition, as well as the Mahayana or Tantraya, they have a Vinaya. So we are sharing most part of the Vinaya too, very similar to one another, to one branch to another, as well as so also most part of the suttas are the same or very closely the same one another. Okay, like a Majjhima Nikaya in Theravada tradition, Agama in the Chinese or Mahayana tradition, and so on. So they are more or less very similar. Okay, so the pattern, also the way of instruction, also very similar. But in case of the Abhidhamma, very much different towards one another. Okay, so this is a difference according to the scholars. So that difference indicate that there is no originality. So if there is a real original teaching of the Abhidhamma in the Buddha's time, so there should not be such a variance. So there should not be such a big differences. Okay, another that is from the historical point. Also linguistic approach also. So in the Vinaya case, the way in which the Buddha preached the Vinaya, okay, rules and regulations and discourses. So they are very much, how to say, conventional terms. Okay, conventional terms are very easy to catch up the meanings. But in the case of Abhidhamma here, so even though you read the whole book, but you may not catch the meaning. So from the linguistic approach also, not much the same with the Buddha's teaching. That's why. So regarding, basing on these two facts, some of the scholars, even in Theravada tradition, they try to say what Abhidhamma is not really teachings of the Buddha. Without studying Abhidhamma, okay, you can attain the Nibbana. So we have no argument that if we are not saying Theravada tradition in Myanmar also, we don't say. If you don't study Abhidhamma, you are not attain Nibbana. There's no such a statement. But one way or another, Abhidhamma study is very much helpful to understand ourselves, okay? And also, because from the teaching, from the doctrinal perspective, okay? What I want to say is that from the doctrinal perspective of the Abhidhamma, so very much delicate teachings of the Buddha. It really reflect the Buddha's omniscient wisdom. So that's why we firmly or strongly believe that Abhidhamma is the real teachings of the Buddha. So according to content, it may be different from one tradition to another, but maybe the core, the essence of the Abhidhamma, I think we can find very similar. So even in the different tradition of the Buddhism, so that's why this delicacy of the teaching so is very much important for us to understand. So from this perspective, we can confirm, we can safely assume that this is the real teachings of the Buddha. Okay, so that is one point. Can I take more minutes? What about Manuva Isriya class? Is it this time?
Yes,
Hello?
yes.
I think Uesriya will allow me to take maybe about 5 minutes more.
I think the Sayadaw is here.
Uesriya is there. Are you there, Uesriya? Me, not yet, maybe. He go together with us, but maybe not yet to come back. Not yet on the,
So late.
Sarah,
maybe.
can you take the time freely, Sarah?
Huh?
You can
Can I take more time?
Yeah, Sarah.
Okay, thank you. You are very kind.
Respectfully,
So
Sarah.
regarding the, okay. We are regarding the, so last week I asked the students to read page number, Atasalini page number 90 to 93. It means I want student to understand the meaning, the power of the Chitta. Okay. So here the point I want to highlight within the maybe 5 minutes is that nowadays many people in Buddhism, they said karma is the most powerful. Okay, so whatever happened to them, they believe that, oh, because of karma, it is our karma, our destiny. Because of karma, it happened to me, maybe good thing or bad thing. So in Myanmar, we say, oh, can go like that. So we are so lucky. Okay, so whatever happened to us in the Buddhism, in the Theravada countries, suppose, they mainly give credit to the karma. Okay. What about the students? What about the Ryan? Ryan, Mr. Ryan, what do you give a credit? To the karma, any point? Whatever happened to you. For example, you are lucky to study, to have a chance to study the Abhidhamma.
Yes, Sayadaw. So what's the question again, Sayadaw?
So the point I like to tell you is people mostly give a credit whatever do him, whatever do them, whatever happened to them, to the karma. Is there anything for us to give a credit to?
Oh yes.
Rather
yes, Sayadaw.
than
So from my understanding, of course, karma plays a major factor shaping our mind, but it's not like the only factor that control or say about our life, because what based on what we've been studying, every single day we have our, I can say, our own will to do when we're facing or encountering any situation. So because of for example, for us, like Buddhists, because we know the Dhamma, so we can act wisely. And during those times, we have kusala citta, and those are going to help us now and in the future. And so because of that, we cannot say that karma is the only factor. Karma is, it affects it, but it's not the only factor that decides every single thing in our life.
Yeah. So if karma is not only a factor, not a factor alone, not a main factor alone, is there any other thing, ultimate reality, to give a credit to our fortune or misfortune?
I think it's the manasikara, that one is very important, because we are at any certain situation. If we have a yoniso manasikara, then we can turn a bad scenario into a good scenario.
Mm-hmm. So thank you. Manasikara also, right?
Yeah.
So there is the point, manasikara. Okay, manasikara in the English translation, how to give attention. Okay.
Proper attention, wise attention.
Yoniso manasikara is a wise attention. Ayoniso manasikara is unwise attention. So please go back to the manasikara, to the what my manasikara. Okay. So generally translated as attention, but we go back to the Pali word itself, manasikara. Manasi, what is the meaning of a manasi? Manasi.
Of the mind, Sayadaw.
Mind. At the mind, okay. So that is a very important point. Huh?
I think this manas maybe is a locative case. On the manas,
Yeah.
it means in the mind.
Mind. So in the mind or at the mind or on the mind. So kara means acting, okay? Acting in the mind. So manasikara itself indicates that it is acting on the mind, okay? Or making on the mind. So behind the manasikara, what else can you find? Okay. Behind the manasikara, what else? What point? The what itself is a manasikara itself is a mental state, okay? Mental concomitant. So that's why. So it cannot happen alone. It can happen only on the where, only depending on or together with mind. Okay. Without mind, there is nothing. Okay. So the point here, I think in these pages, I cannot find the right place on right page number. So here, the point I like to tell you is on these pages from page number 90 to in some place. So in the secular world, mind is the chief. Okay. In the secular world, mind or consciousness is the chief, the principal, the forerunner. Okay. So page number 92, please see. Can you see page number 90, 93 or 92 or so? Yeah, 91, 92.
Yes.
So there you can see in the transcendental states, okay? In the transcendental state or transcendental matters, it means the Lokodara. In the Lokodara case, understanding or wisdom is the chief, the principle. Okay. Hello?
Yes.
What do you? Huh? Do you want to say something?
No, Sayadaw, just continue.
Okay. Page number 91, 92. There you can see. There the commentator trying to say, or it means quoted the word quoted from the Buddha's word. So the Buddha exactly mentioned in the secular world, the mind is the chief. Mind is the chief, and also the mind is the principle. But in the transcendental world, it means Lokodara, wisdom, panya, knowledge. That is the chief, the principle, the leader, the most important one. So that point I would like to tell you. So in the secular world we live in nowadays, so it may be what? Now many people create the most constructive properties, something like medicines or whatever, science or technology, the most advanced science and technologies. These are without the mind, we cannot make it. Okay. Suppose nowadays, I don't know which painting is the most popular in the world. painting, among the paintings. So maybe Da Vinci Code or whatever, Mona Lisa smile or whatever. This is a drawing or painting. Without mind, it cannot happen. So that's why mind is a more wonderful thing or more powerful than the other wonderful things. So we can simply say the mind is the best of the best in the world, in the secular world. The most destructive powerful weapons, okay, weapons of mass destruction. So they are also created by with the mind, not without the mind. So without the mind, there cannot be. So that's why the mind is the most wonderful as well as the most powerful in the secular world. But if we are going to traverse the secular state to the supramundane state, then without banya, the mind without banya cannot do, okay, cannot be very much effective. So that's why banya take the main place, maybe banya or wisdom take the fundamental or very important role, or crucial role in case of the Logodara. So that why also I like to tell you here. So here in these pages, there are many informations regarding the Chitta. So try to read and understand, not only read and understand the text, but also try to, sometimes you can make an argument, okay? Because sometimes at some point among these in these pages, maybe you may not agree, or some point you may agree. So the point for you is you can agree, you have a right to agree or disagree, but if you agreed on something, so you please say why do you agree, okay? Also, if you don't agree, also why you don't agree, logically, okay? So that will be very much helpful for your our university. Okay, thank you so much for your patience.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Sayadaw,
Thank you.
Sayadaw,
Okay.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Sadhu. By saying Buddha Sasana, Chidanditadu. Buddha Sasana.
Buddha
Buddha
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Sorry,
much.
Sayadaw.
Thank you very much, Sayadaw.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Sayadaw.
Please read.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Sorry, I heard you calling me, so I had some emergencies to do. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Take care.
Please read.
Okay. Please give your hostship to Sayadaw Isaya, no?
Okay,
Yes,
host.
Sayadaw, you were